What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, it has been a long time since I published a video, so I feel like I probably need to start off with a bit of an apology, just because it has been so long. It's probably been over a year since I last published a video, which is ages, and so much has changed since then. I've just been so busy with all sorts of things to do with work, house, everything in between, so it's been a bit of a tricky time, so massive apologies. But I do appreciate some of you who've reached out to say, how are you getting on with the Maserati? Is it still going strong? So I thought it was about time to pull together another video to give you guys a bit of an update on 1 year of ownership of the Maserati Ghibli. So also I think with vlogging I lost a bit of confidence with it, if I'm brutally honest, so I'm trying to get back into it, and we're back and we're gonna do awesome. So I hope you enjoy the video. So here are 5 things that I love and 5 things that I hate about the Maserati Ghibli after 1 year of ownership. I wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone who reached out to say that they get value from my videos. That makes me feel super proud, and I appreciate it, and I appreciate everyone that watches these videos. So a massive thank you, and I hope you enjoy this one.
I've been making moves and they hard to tell. Acting, yeah, I did it, I don't kiss and tell. Any hatin', I'ma wish him well. Got it out the mud, but I never dwell, dog. If she ran away, I don't want her back. Only callin' one time and no phone tag. If you try to waste my time, it's a f***ing rap. Shawty moving like a clown and a maniac. Where my at? Where my at? I think she tryna take me home, then I finna pack. I let Shawty do the chief and I just need a glass. I'm just tryna keep a balance like my zodiac. All the old friends turn to new friends, but they wasn't day one tryna sneak in. But they wasn't day one tryna creep in. But they wasn't day one tryna sneak in. All the old friends turn to new friends, but they wasn't day one tryna sneak in. But they wasn't day one tryna creep in. But they wasn't day one tryna sneak in. Day one for me. I need Benji, man, ain't enough for me. I don't need no new friends, got enough for them. They be tryna settle in, but I'm tough on them. I can see the moves cause they be sneaking. I don't answer calls when I'm in a meeting. Please don't hit my line when you feeling needy. Say you down bad, but I don't believe it. Where was that when I was down? I looked around and no one was around. I came up quick and this is what I found. Your biggest hater probably from your town.
Alright, so I'm here at the beautiful Dunstan Hall with the Maserati. So here are 5 things that I love and 5 things that I hate about my Maserati. Okay, so 5 things that I absolutely love about the Maserati Ghibli. First of all, number 1 is easy. It's the styling. The styling of this thing is absolutely stunning. I mean, just check out that beautiful Maserati emblem. Now, I don't know a car that has a better, cooler emblem than that. Also, check out those wing vents. Now, I know I mentioned these on my last video, but they are absolutely stunning. And to top it all off, Maserati went for the 4 exhaust tips at the bottom there, which are just so cool in my opinion. And also just the overall design of the car is absolutely beautiful. I mean, look at that styling. The car is completely not cleaned. It's really dirty, and you probably should clean it before you start filming YouTube videos, to be fair. But I don't care, because the car, in my opinion, still looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't think there's a better car for the money than something that looks as cool as that. And just look at that Maserati emblem on the front there. Beautiful. Now the next thing that I love about my Maserati Ghibli is the comfort. Because when you're in here, it is just incredibly comfortable. I mean, these seats are beautiful. I know I mentioned it in my last video, but I've owned it for a year now and I've never been uncomfortable on these seats. And I've driven some fairly long distances, you know, 2-3 hours, and I've just never felt uncomfortable. They're just so comfy. So comfort is a real top thing that I love about the Maserati. Now this next one's going to be a bit controversial, but for me, I'm going to say that I also love the reliability of the Maserati Ghibli. It's never let me down, literally never. It's been absolutely fine. The whole time that I've had it, I've never had anything go wrong on it, or anything substantial anyway. I know Maserati aren't known for their reliability, but in my opinion, the Maserati is a reliable car. I know they've got a bit of a bad rep. People say that they go wrong and they're going to be expensive, but in my opinion, it's been absolutely fine. So you might not expect to hear reliability in the top 5 things that I love about the Maserati, but it's just got to be there because it hasn't let me down, and until it lets me down, I'm just going to say that it's reliable. Now this next one, and for me this is a really important one, it's just the feeling that the car gives you. So every day when you wake up, instead of getting in your Vauxhall Corsa or your Mini or whatever it might be, you're getting in a Maserati, and the feeling of getting in a Maserati every day just makes it worthwhile. You know, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're getting somewhere. It makes you feel energized and like you want to get in the car and you want to go places. And that for me is really important. I like to feel connected and passionate about my cars, and this car absolutely does that for me. Now I know lots of kind of nicer high-end cars will probably do the same thing, but because you're connecting with the Maserati brand, it just gives it that little extra. So when you do come out of the house in the morning, you jump in your car, you feel good about yourself, and for me that's really important. Alright, so last but not least is the noise. So the Maserati has an active sound technology thing. I don't know what it is or how it works, but all I know is when I put my foot down in the Maserati, it just sounds really cool. It sounds a bit like a V8. So yeah, I think noise is definitely something that's cool, because trying to get good noise out of a 3-litre twin turbo diesel is actually quite difficult to do, I think. So yeah, noise has got to be up there, because you wouldn't expect it from a diesel, and you can actually hear the exhaust note change when you put the car into sport mode, which is just really cool the way that Maserati have done that. So yeah, last but not least, the final thing that I love about the Maserati Ghibli is the exhaust note. Now have a little listen to this. Alright, so number one, when you first get in the car, and I don't mean just the first time, I mean literally every single time that you get in the car, you come in and you press the ignition key, sorry, the ignition button, which is just down here. Okay. Car starts up. Everything's fine. And then every time you get in the car and you want to use this system in the middle, which you're probably going to use at some point, right, for climate control or for your sat nav or to listen to the radio, whatever it might be. Every time you do that, every time you start the car, you have to accept this disclaimer. And the actual button is really quite small. So when you're actually in a rush on a day-to-day basis, you end up kind of missing the accept button, which is really quite annoying. So you have to get right on the accept button and tap it, and only then can you access the main infotainment system with all of the controls and climate and everything else. So that is a real pet hate of mine. And how American is it to have to accept a bloody disclaimer every time you get in your car? Now, if you ask me, that's a little bit too much. So that is number one pet hate of the Maserati Ghibli. Alright, so number two pet hate, I would say, is probably the performance. So it's not slow by any means. Like when you put your foot down, it really does go, because it's a 3-litre twin turbo, right? So the performance isn't that bad, but at the same time it's really not that fast either. So I'd just like a little bit more performance wise. You know, I haven't had really super fast cars in my time, but I guess I've had a 911 Carrera 4S, I've had a E350 Mercedes, a few other things, but yeah, the performance is just lacking a little bit, you know? Like when you put your foot down, you want that real kick in your back, which you would expect from Maserati, but you don't really get that. It's okay, but it could be better, and that's why that's number two. Okay, so for number three, this is a slightly unusual one, but it might just be something that's relevant to me because I'm fairly tall, I'm 6 foot, and when I'm driving, in order to get the steering wheel in a comfortable place, I find that I can't actually see the speedo. So someone correct me if I'm wrong, or I'm doing something wrong here, like it's user error. But when I start the car up and say I'm driving along, as you can see here, this is my level with my eyes, and I cannot see the speedo, which means that I have to change the mode on the steering wheel to be the speedo so that I can see the speed in the middle. I can't see the speedo on this side. So that's why that is my number three pet hate on the Maserati Ghibli. Okay, number four. Number four pet hate on the Maserati Ghibli is the sticky window. So this might sound a bit weird, and it is a bit unusual, but when I go to put the driver's side window down, sometimes it will completely stick, which annoys the hell out of me. Now, I have no idea why it does that, and it doesn't do it every time, to be fair. It seems to do it more in the winter, and because it's just been raining today, I think the window's moving up and down a lot more freely than it usually would. So I'm not having the problem today, but in the winter or in the summer, I do find that it just sticks, and I have to do it 3 or 4 times in order to get the window down. It's probably a quick fix, to be fair, but it's still a pet hate. Okay, number 5 pet hate about the Maserati Ghibli is to do with the boot. So when I open the boot, I have to just press this button twice. Excuse the jump leads and mess in the boot. But in order to close the boot, there is no button to close the boot at all. And all that Maserati have done is put a tiny little handle here, which you wouldn't even know was really there. So in order to shut the boot, you have to kind of pull down on that, but you have to pull it enough to make the boot close, which is a little bit awkward if you ask me. Now, I could be splitting hairs a little bit here, but it's just one of those little things that annoys me about the Maserati Ghibli. So as you can see, these aren't major issues. They're kind of small things. I mean, they don't bother me that much, but this is a 5 things you hate and 5 things you love video. So there you have it, 5 things I hate about the Maserati Ghibli. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please do add a comment. It means a lot to me to understand if you enjoyed the video and if you got some value from it. So please do like, please do comment. It would mean the absolute world to me. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.